everybody. Welcome back to Real Good Pilates. I'm Michelle, and today is day 2 of our Real Good Pilates Holiday Challenge. So for every Saturday in the month of December, I'm uploading a quick bonus no props workout. And if you join me for all 5 of these classes before January 3rd, you will be entered to win a fun little prize at the end as a way of me saying thank you for joining me. To be eligible to win that prize, you need to be subscribed to the channel, like all 5 of the challenge videos, leave a comment on all 5 videos so I know that you did them, and on the honor system, share this challenge with one friend or family member. So let's get started with our day 2 holiday challenge workout. It's going to be a standing lower body focused class. So let's get started by standing hip width apart on your mat. Roll your shoulders back and just take a big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to nod the chin, articulate the spine, and just kind of let your body melt forward over your legs. At the bottom, take a big breath in. And on your exhale, soften behind the knees and roll back up to standing. Good, you guys, let's do that again. Nod your chin. Just allow the weight of the torso to pull you forward. Inhale at the bottom and exhale to roll back up. All right, I'm going to face front so you can see me. Keep that hip width apart stance and just start kind of pedaling through your feet to wake them up a little bit. So bending one knee, picking the heel up high. Your arms can just kind of hang heavy. Good. Feel a nice stretch underneath the arches of your feet. Sometimes we get kind of tight down there, so really try to open that up. Now hold with one heel lifted. Bend the knee of the flat foot so you come into a nice double bend of both legs. And then stand back up and switch. So you lift a heel, bend the supporting leg, stretch back up, and then switch. Yes, so what that does is increases that stretch for the arch, the toes, all that good stuff, and then gets this other leg a little bit involved too. So good, you guys. Let's do that one more time on each leg. Good. Now place both heels down and go into a double heel raise. Yes, so lift and lower. Good. And just kind of check in with what's happening with your feet. Hopefully there's not tons of weight on either edge of the foot, but you're kind of evenly distributed right through the center. So good. Make sure your chest is staying open. Keep your nice tall posture. Very good. Now get up into your high heels and stay there. Just kind of hold to find your balance here. Maybe place the hands on your hips. Now keep your heels as high as you can. You're going to bend both of your knees, hinge slightly forward, stand your body up, and then drop your heels to the mat. And we'll do that again. Lift the heels up, hinge and bend, restack, and then lower. Good, so super duper challenge for the feet and ankles, but we should be able to get a pretty deep bend of the leg, so kind of play around with it, see how far you can comfortably go, keeping the heels elevated. Okay, if you want to stand next to a wall or a chair to help with your balance, that's not a bad idea. Let's do 2 more here. Good, always feel your skull and your spine lifting up in opposition from the floor. Okay, now pause with your heels up and your knees bent. Find a comfortable squat that you can hold. Now lower your heels and lift your heels without changing anything else. So my back, my legs, everything stays strong, and we just swing and lift. Down and up through the feet. Let's do 4 more. Up and down. Roll right through the middle of the ankle. 3, 2, so good. Now last one, leave the heels up and take 10 little pulses. 9, 8, try not to wobble in and out. 7, 6, 5, feel the abs pulling up and in. 4, 3, 2, now pause and straighten the legs. Heels are still lifted. And then place the heels down on the mat. Whew. Very good. Okay, so now keep that same hip width apart position, arms long by your sides. Keep the body pretty tall, and we're gonna go into a double kind of plie of both legs as we reach the arms forward and then come back up. Drop, and then stand. Now by staying tall and not hinging forward, this is gonna stretch out our ankles and our calves a little bit more. If you hinge forward, it kind of takes away from that. So try to leave your lifted spine and keep your pelvis right under your shoulders. Very good. Think of squeezing the triceps as you lower the arms. Now let's pause with the knees bent. Find your balance. Lift one leg up, knee marches, place it back down, and then stand up. Other side. So keep the knee bend, float a foot up, lower, and replace. Good. Really use the abs to pick the foot up off the floor. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It doesn't have to be a big lift, but obviously the higher it goes, the more those hips and abdominals are working. So good. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pause, hold your bend, and just march through the feet, alternating without straightening the legs for 5, 4, 3, chest lifted, 2. Now pause with one leg up. However high you can. Now just slowly straighten your bottom leg, bend your bottom leg. Ooh, just as much as you can. We're kind of limited by our ankle mobility, so this might not be huge. Just do 3 more. So good, you guys. 2. Last one. Now pause at the bottom, switch legs. Lift your new leg up and hold, and then slowly like an elevator, straight up and straight down. Lift and lower. So good. Drive into the floor. 3 more. Look straight ahead of you. 2. Last one. Place both feet on the floor and then stand all the way back up. Whew. That is much harder than it looks. Good job, you guys. Okay, next, stand tall. Lift one of your heels high. So that foot with the lifted heel, that's going to be our moving leg. So hands on the hips, open the chest. You're going to take that lifted heel, reach the leg back, tap the floor behind you, and bend the opposite knee. Come back and replace the foot. So it's kind of a lunge and a tap, and then return. So now this one, we are leaning forward, really hinging to get a little bit more into the back of the leg. So the glutes, the hamstrings, all that good stuff. Good. So it's almost like your spine and this back thigh try to end up in a perfect straight diagonal line with each other. Very good. The further you tap your foot out, the more challenging it is on this supporting leg. All right, let's do 2 more. Now hold your lunge and stay. You're going to lift and lower that leg 1 time and then replace and tap. So we reach, lift, lower, and stand. 1, 2, 3, and up. So good. Squeeze the glute, keep the abs connected, and up. 2 more. 1, lift, lower. Good. Now hold your lunge and continually lift and tap. Lift and tap. So good. Lower, lift. Last 3, 2, 1, and then stand all the way back up. Woo. Okay, good. Let's do that on the other leg. So get your feet back underneath you, hands to the hips, lift your new heel, and then here we go. Supporting knee bends. We tap as far back as possible and replace. Reach and stand. Tap and lift. So good. Good. Feel super strong and connected through the core. So as we tip forward, we don't lose any of that good positioning of the ribs and the hips. Very good. Couple more here, and then we'll start to progressively add on the lift and lowers. 2 more. Now pause back and stay. You're going to float the leg up, replace, and stand. Yes. 1, squeeze the glute, lower, and return. 1, so breaking it up to help us find our balance. reach, up, down. So good, you guys. 2 more. Good, almost there. Now hold the lunge. Continually lift and lower. Up, down, lift, lower. So good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come all the way up. Whew. Amazing. Okay, next, stand tall, and we're going to take some steps forward into our lunges now. So stand hip width apart. You're going to take one big step forward, bend both knees, back heel is up, and then step back, alternating step and return, step and return. Okay, hold on to something if your balance is feeling a little iffy. Very good, and this does not have to be a deep bend of the knees, but of course it can be. The back heel has to leave the mat to get to that full position. Good, you guys. All right, now step out with one foot and stay, and you're gonna stand up and down with the feet staggered, and then step back together. Other side, I step, I stretch my knees, I bend, and replace. So that's some coordination. 1, stretch, 2, lower, 3, together, 4. Good, hands can do whatever feels natural. I'm kind of letting them clasp together in front, down, up. So good, 2 more times. That back heel never touches the floor until we switch. Now pause in the stagger and go continually up and down. Stretch and bend. Good. If this is not challenging enough for you, when you stand up, lift your front heel up and drop. Lift and drop. Really squeeze your back glute for 3, 2, 1. Switch legs, other foot down. Do a couple stretches and bends, and then if you're feeling ready, front heel leaves on the stretch of the legs. So good, you guys, almost done. All that prep we did for our feet and ankles is paying off. 3, 2, last one, and then step all the way back. Whew. Very good. Okay, shake it out. Last but not least, we're going to do a little bit of work going side to side. So working the outer and inner thighs. So stand with your feet together, place the palms at your center, and really press them hard into each other to wake up your upper body. Okay, you're going to take one foot off the floor, step out to a side lunge, and then come back in. Yes, so let's do the same foot every time. So same leg is side lunging and returning. Very good. So just kind of start finding your range. The bigger of a step you take, the more work it is to come back. Very good. Now let's add on a rotation. So once you step to your lunge, you're going to hold, rotate towards the bent leg, look up at the ceiling, face to the front, step back together. So we lunge, we twist, return, and replace. 1, twist, front, and back. So good, you guys. Almost done. Twist. Now this time, hold your lunge and stay. Twist, and now just rotate from side to side without moving your legs. So feel those obliques twisting you. So good. 2 more. Last one. Now pause with your body facing front and start pulsing off of your bent leg. Little pumps up and down. So good. Okay, you can leave the heel flat, or to add on to the challenge, you're going to alternate. Pulse with your heel lifted and then lowered. Lifted and lowered. And your knee is staying bent the whole time. Lift and drop. So good. 2 more. And then after your last one, step all the way back together. Very nice. Okay. Sorry, we do have to do the other side. So here we go. Let's get it over with. Hands together. We step out way wide into the lunge and then return. Big wide step. Good. And the spine and the hips are leaning forward, kind of matching the depth of this bending leg. That's it. Good. Make sure your chest never drops below your hips, so you keep that upward slope. All right, now let's add the twist. Find your lunge, rotate half to one side, return, and step. 1, twist 2, 3, and 4. Good, you guys, almost done. Whew, so good. Couple more, and then we'll go to the continuous twists. So good. One last time. All right, now hold your lunge and stay. We twist from left to right. Now try not to move your hips. That is super tricky, especially when we twist the opposite way. 2. Last one. Now pause facing front and start pulsing the bent leg up and down, up. So good. Now if you'd like, alternate with the heel going up and flat, up and flat, lifting and lowering. So good. 3, 2, 1, and then step back together. Whew. Well done. All right, grab onto something, a wall, a chair, pull one foot towards your seat, and then just give that quad a nice little stretch. Whew. Good, and then we'll do the same with the other foot. Pull it in, squeeze the knees towards each other, and then stretch it out. Such good work, you guys. Okay, let's finish with 3 deep breaths all together. So you can just stand on your mat, maybe place your hands on your ribs, close your eyes if you like, and then breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Do that 2 more times. Try to slow your breathing down. Feel your hands going wide rather than up and down. Do that 1 more big breath in and out. And with that, we are all done with day 2 of our holiday challenge. I hope you enjoyed that standing lower body workout. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave your comment below, and share this with a friend to be entered to win our prize at the end. Make sure you do all that by January 3rd, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.